Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? Peasant Chat, that's right, Peasant Chat. We talk to poor people that can't afford membership, super chat, or anything like that. And that's okay. I don't discriminate. If you don't have money, it's okay. That's why we made this chat, because you're poor. And we're going to answer your roll racing questions. And what's the best mode to roll race in? I already know you're poor because you prioritize roll racing on the street, NA on pump gas, and then you say, who's the best tuner for pump gas roll racing 10 or 80 tunes? And I'm just like, holy shit, you are poor. Okay, what we're going to talk about is because the election happened, and it happened in a favorable fashion to what we want to do with our hobby, do you have plans that you normally would not have had if Papi Trump would not have won? A lot of people generally sit on some money, sit on some future investments. They don't want to buy a certain machine. Let's say if you're a machine shop, you're like, man, should I splurge for that $100,000, machine, this surface grinder, this lathe, this, honing machine, whatever you want to call it, or even at a, micro level. Do you want to buy those wheels? Do you want to invest in a supercharger? Do you want to, spend some money and get out of a certain device and get back into like an LRX, E85 tune, all that stuff? So were you sitting on that depending on what was happening with inflation, what was happening with money? If Trump lost, then you knew you could count on having less money in your account. So we could talk about what your future plans are going to be, what Lund Racing's future plans are going to be, what my plans are going to be in 2025, some of the goals that we have set. I think the Trump winning, and again, he's not been inaugurated yet. I'm still waiting for that. Once he's inaugurated and actually in office, I'll go, okay, because the 14th Amendment and the Democrats are going to do some shenanigans because they got their asses beat, and the American people said, we don't want what the fuck you're selling, fuck off, and they don't like, you're misogynist. Apparently Mexicans, blacks, and everything else, according to Democrats, are misogynist racists, and that's why they voted Papi Trump in. So the plans, we'll talk about the future of the plans. What are your plans? What do you want to see out of this channel? What do you want to see out of Lund Racing? What do you want to see in the racing community in general in 2025? A lot of you are in the northern states. You have basically shut it down. It's over. It's over because it's cold where you're at. So, some of you are already talking about next year. We'll talk about that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly tells us to do it live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
What doesn't suck? I don't know. DNAHAP Performance. DNAHAPperformance.com. DNAHAP Performance for your online parts team. And the guy is loyal as fuck. He started Nixon motherfuckers that talked shit on me and Lund. He's like, you're gone, get the fuck out of here, or I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
PMAS, Nick James, and PMAS coming back from SEMA, looking at all the body kits, and hopefully he gets some ideas to bring some of his products to other platforms. PMAS, partsfarm.com, the best used parts company on the planet. Cranker pallets, wheels, tires, blowers, injectors. Hit them up. Hit up the website if you need anything used. They got a big inventory of used Mustang, Camaro, and Dodge parts. 2 Auto Solutions, he paid his bill. He paid his bill and then some. And that's why I think 2 Auto Solutions is the best modern, performance shops in Puerto Rico. And Bellac Industries, if you want to sell drugs and let everybody know, every cop everywhere know that you sell drugs, you get yourself a set of Bellac wheels. Look, if I was a cop, I'd be like, I'm going to look at cars that have Bellacs because that means you sell drugs. Or you have $10,000 in debt, in credit card debt. So as always, we're going to keep the chat on the left here because I don't want Chrome to crap out. If it does crap out, I'll just reload and keep going. Nick! Coyote Kelly, Arturo Mosillo, Monday 40, Joe Swish, Pilovesh, Z303, Camzilla, Daniel Marin, Coolin Stroke, SCFU Grad, Thirst Coast Coatings, I'm Hung So Low, Oliver Bryan, Scott Franks, Tony Dominguez, Treat Hound, Gregory Ovich, Bryson Witt, and again, richprince.com. I'm so sorry, Rich Prince. God damn it, I'm so stupid. richprince.com /YDBT if you want to get all the merch and get the kid paid, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, this is a money-making venture so that I can build shit so you guys can see shit happen. The Show Me the Receipt shirt, FCam Rizzy, are the 2 show-inspired shirts. Amory all types of Emery shirts, hoodies, Hush Money, long, short sleeve, and hoodies. Emery different font, Emery American font. YDBT in like graffiti style for the hood, brother in you, and stickers and all the other things. They're going to be putting hats up pretty soon. And Dolo stickers, look at that. They're going to be putting hats up pretty soon. So once the hats are up, I'm going to go ahead and shout that out because I'll be buying a bunch of hats or giving away a bunch of hats just to make sure that, I'm a hat guy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that that happens sooner than later. Man, putting this chat together is a pain in the butt. We got Wesley Stewart, Minute by Badman, Josh, Paul Ponthieu, Hassan Abbas, JD Swag, TJ Sikorsky, Jeremy Smith, Nardi Mercado is like, he's like a guard in football. Like he everywhere he goes and he sees Whipple post bullshit, he just like goes the fuck in, and I love him for that. And a lot of Amory members, anyone talk shit on Lund or me, you guys get in there, and I love it. TJ Sikorsky, Ants, Cody Jones, Matt Oliver, Victor Sardone, Andrew Martin, Chris Anderson, douched on a couple of times, Mark Christensen, Peter Chow, Twitchin, Cornfed, Luber King, Timothy Sullivan, Mark Christensen, Dixon, Adonis, Clean 93GT, Jared Wells, who has a kid, CP3, CPR Andrew, Clean 93GT, Adonis again, Nixon again, Bryson Witt, and all the usual suspects. Now, I think a race is happening today, and I don't care, but for those of you that are participating in that race, good luck, but I'm not going to shout out that race because I don't want to support that race. But you're starting to notice that for a lot of people, that's like the last race of the year. They come down here, and that's the last race of the year, and then they're going to, over the winter, upgrade their cars, and maybe do something like what's happening, because NMRA and NMCA are dead, rightfully so. Those races were dud races. Nothing was really happening. It was just a very, very, a lot of people lament them going away. If a business is failing and fails, it should fail. I'm not mad that a business failed if the business wasn't good. And the NMRA just did not have a good product. A lot of people go to... this is what puts asses in seats. Every racing organization, understand this. If you cater to a very niche brand, you will die on the vine. No one's going to care. No one's going to give a shit. The people want to see street-looking cars that closely resemble something that they can build at home. And the moment you look at what's happening right now at U.S. Nationals in Orlando, right? Billy Badass Racing, like the best of the best racing there could be. Nobody is in the stands. If there are, it's not even half as close as what Puerto Ricans with starlets can bring down. Well, that's a very niche group. Exactly, but that particular group, that all those cars are street-oriented cars. RX-7s, 0.8 Toyotas, Coronas, and Starlets. Something Puerto Ricans can build on their own. 13B, 12A, bunch of turbos, and let's get after it. So when those guys show up to FL2K, TX2K, and World Cup, everybody shows up. So organizers need to understand that if you have a very niche, tiny section of the population that you're catering towards, your event or race is going to die on the vine. So talking about that, what are you looking to build? Most people are looking to build a car to go to 2K. TK specifically, not FL. FL has been proven to be a place and a time where it rains a lot. The track is not necessarily at its best because, in my opinion, that track specifically is only good at nighttime or wintertime. The only time that track is fast is very, what we call cold, 60 degree, 70 degree days. And anytime the sun is up, any other time between November and April, that track is persona non grata. You're not going to hook in that sucker. It's either literally a swamp 2 inches underneath, or nobody really goes there unless they go at nighttime, and at nighttime it's full of dew, So what are you looking to build? And were you holding off to see what the election was going to be like? If, I'm holding on to this money, I don't really want to throw this money at this car, but based on everything that Trump is saying, he's saying, I want to tax you the least amount as possible. I want the least regulation as possible. Fuck the EPA. Fuck the mandates that they put in your place. Fuck the emissions standards that were egregious that they put in place. I want business to boom. So for at least 4 more years, at least, you will have a optimistic racing investment. You will see a lot of people go, shit, this might be the last one, unless we can get Vance and Vivek And then that Tulsi Gabbard, man, just a little, no problem. Tulsi Gabbard can get it raw, no problem. So even though she's a Democrat, she's one of the good ones. I think usually based on policy, and it comes to automotive emissions and all that stuff, I think if it's favorable for the racer, the investments will come, and we'll see what happens this year. Once Trump's in office, in 1 year, we'll see what the people are doing and if they're instilling confidence in the performance and racing industry because of the administration. A lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of you would say it does not correlate. The administration that's in there does not correlate as to the investment. Bull fucking shit. If you got a president in there literally saying, fuck gas cars, I want no gas cars in there by 2030 something, and I want nothing but EVs in there, people will stop investing in a dying industry. It's like if it was the 1910s or 1920s and you went all in on horseshoeing. I'm going all in on horseshoeing. This automobile is not going to take off. So I'm going to put all in on horseshoeing and a automatic horse shit scraper from the streets because the streets are full of horse shit. And then all of a sudden your horse shit collecting, horseshoeing business went to shit because you invested heavily in something that was dying. But with the Trump administration potentially coming in and giving a little bit of a jolt to the industry by taking away the mandates of EV bullshit, I think it's going to be optimistic. So what are you going to build? Are you looking to invest? What are you looking to do? What do you want to see out of Lund Racing? What do you want to see out of this channel in the next coming year? I got to get into a place. It's becoming extremely difficult, but the problem is it's not going to be in Palm Beach County. It can't be in Palm Beach County. It's just too expensive to buy here unless I somehow get extremely lucky. The garage size I need to properly operate and maintain what I got going on is massive. So it's almost better to buy a warehouse and live in a loft on the second floor of the warehouse, and that warehouse is going to cost $3 million. So we'll see what happens this year. More Pews, More Booze says, I was surprised Wisconsin and Michigan both went red. That being said, my sister and I are looking to buy an additional family cabin up in Wisconsin. I want to see Jamoke, I can't say that because he loves hearing his name on this channel. He can't wait to do a vomit diarrhea post about how someone's talking about them. Ain't no one talking about you. Plans this year, save, says Bryson Witt. Watching real estate markets closely. What's the Fed rate going to do about pricing? I have a bond that I'm going to sell once the rates are cut. Right now, it's doing well to the high rates. Principal is expected to increase in value as rates fall. It's a win-win. Since Papi is back, says Sunkiss RST, I just picked up a truck and called the Trump truck. The Trump truck. Called the truck Trump, you mean? Big Daddy Patty, I bought a 22 GTM T82 and ran 1287 at 115 on 235 stock tires. Future plans are some weight out of the drag pack, get into the 11 stock, pace off S650 guys, then bolt-ons, LRX, and the 85 Lund for the win. That is a good plan. What happened to the dude who couldn't get his shit running right and blamed Lund? No idea. We all found out that he fixed mechanical issues, never told us about it, posted on Facebook about his mechanical issues, got a new tune after the mechanical issues were fixed, and then went on a tirade saying Lund sucks, and people called him out on it. Any word on the next Cobra Mustang? I haven't heard anything solo the Black Knight at all. I haven't really been up on game. If it's not tunable, it doesn't matter. If only Whipple, Pro Charger, and Roush, I would get it if it was a Roush car. Like if I was going to buy a car right now, and it would be a 24 Roush Mustang. I don't care what the internet says, that the Whipple ran 8, I want to live in the 650 to 900 horsepower range. I'm not looking to send it down to there. And if you put a 11 or 12 PSI TVS Roush car versus a Whipple car, they run the Whipple car at 10, 11 PSI with a bigger 3-liter blower, and they run the same number, I'll take the smaller, higher winding, torquier power delivery than anything else. And that's just a fact because I've owned both platforms and I've driven them nonstop. And the power delivery on a TVS is way better than any other positive displacement supercharger at medium boost. Hey, he just pirated 2 or 3 Lund tunes from Ortiz. Nice. Shit, they charged him back? I don't know. If fuel, oil, and tires come down, yes, I'll be racing in 2025, says Desmond. Snowbird's always fast down there. Sorry I'm late. Hey, what's up, EPA? Was definitely waiting on the election to buy a new vehicle. A Terminator Cobra is looking tempting. Clean Auto Gen 1 is impossible to find. Clean is the word. Craig Walls, Mr. Billet Noonan himself, says, good morning, everybody. Craig Walls, what are your plans over the winter? Because you're in the northeast-ish. You're in the Maryland, Delaware area. So what are your plans with your car? Just get it going and run the Warriors League, whatever that you got going on up there? Or do you just run a couple of races to qualify for World Cup and just wait for World Cup? EPA says, buy a house in Geneva on stilts. That's funny. That's funny. That's a Joe Goodenough reference. EVs are a niche market. Not everyone likes them, and not everyone has access to charge station for it to be practical. Correct, but that means you have to get your money up and get the fuck out of Kansas City. We've got a few houses for sale. It says Soplapote. I'll email you our company's name. Soplapote, email me some stuff. If you guys are a realtor on here, and there are, this is my, okay, if you're dead serious, we have a lot of good guys here. If you're a realtor, or a banker or something, and you know there is a house with a big fucking garage, not 2-car, not 3-car. I'm saying you could fit 6 or 7 cars in the bitch, a lift, big fucking thing, behind a 3.2 that's decent, under, I don't know, $700,000. It is impossible to find in Palm Beach County. Can you find it in Vero? Yeah. Can you find it in Fort Pierce? Oh yeah. But you know what else you can find in Fort Pierce? You think Riviera's bad? Fort Pierce has it way locked down on that game. I'm good on that. A warehouse in Stewart is not that pricey and relatively available. $1 million. Sixuki, $1 million. Power by the Hour will be moving to Stewart because they're expanding. Think about what Jake is doing. Now that Papi Trump, and this was going on before Papi Trump, you know, when you buy a house or a warehouse or a business, it's like, it takes like a quarter to figure it out, like 3 or 4 months. So he's like, I'm going to buy one and I don't give a fuck what happens because this is rolling. Now he's going to buy, he closed on it Friday or Thursday. He bought this big warehouse in Stewart, but again, it's got a tenant and he needs all the space. So will that make me look around in Stewart because Jake lives in Jupiter and he goes north to Stewart? And I go, man, I do like Stewart and I wouldn't mind looking in Stewart, but that's not Palm Beach County. There's just something about this area that you have to live here to understand why I don't want to leave it. The pipe melting on the header and unhooked boost gauge killed me. I'm hitting my bad man. So think about it. If he has a boost gauge and the boost gauge melted on the header, now that boost gauge was referencing manifold pressure. Now it is sucking into the wind. So under vacuum, that is taking in unmetered air and it's showing a lean condition. So let's say you blame the tune for that. And you're like, it's the tune, it's the tune, it's the tune. And then you go all you're frustrated. You go out of your way, you go, fuck this. I'm going to get another tune. And then the other tune acts the same way. Now you know something is wrong on your end. So you really look. You look, and you go, fuck, I can't go on the internet and say that I fucked up after buying 2 tunes from 2 different places. I absolutely have to go through the whole car, find the smoking gun. Oh, found the smoking gun. Am I going to go on the internet and say I'm a stupid motherfucker? Nope. I'm going to say, fuck Lund, they suck. What's more likely? With Trump in office the next 4 years, I feel much better about my decision to retire in 2025. Big OGTT. Thank you so much for the big super chat. This is the Peasant Chat. Hey, Alex, been watching your channel for a while now, and I just picked up a base Dean Pit Pack Blue 6R80 Gen 2 Mustang with only 12,000 miles. All because of your knowledge and insight on the platform is the reason I got it. You will not be disappointed. Now, understand this. If you get a tune on it, it's going to shift firmer. That's like one of the characteristics of a Lund tune. Firmer shifts, an extended rev range. And in my opinion, if you want to feel a difference right off the rip, you get an 18 manifold and a PMAS and an LU47 injector. To me, that should be like a stage 1 package, NA. 18 manifold or Boss manifold, PMAS cold air intake, and an LU47 injector, and call it the stage 1 pack with a Lund tune with an LRX. And then once you get into that and you have a pump gas tune and an E85 tune, you can get headers, you can get wheels and tires, you can lower it, you can get suspension, but no more engine mods. No more engine mods. Fuck the engine mods. It's over, Johnny. It's over. Leave it alone until you afford boost. Because you can play the game, you can switch manifolds around, you can get a Holley intake, you can get a CJ, you can do all this dumb shit. Or you could be extremely smart and say, I'm going to ride out for a year or two with an LU47 18 manifold PMAS combo, just like I have in Donnie. And exhaust, wheels and tires, so suspension is going to be next. And the next thing after that thing goes like 11.8 is going to be boost, because I am not going to fuck around piecemealing myself into 10 to 20 horsepower differences for $800 to $900. I want another 300 horsepower for another $4,500 to $5,000. Boost and just boost, fuel, octane. Let's get after it. Congratulations on the purchase. Friend is parting his car out, offered me his 4R200 for a steal. If I acknowledge that I'm not a moron and I've watched all of your videos, will you guys still offer the overdrive shift for it? Adaris, potentially, yes. If you say, I've watched all the videos, I know what the issues could be on the 3-4-4-3 shift, I am willing to, I really want an overdrive, because this is what's going to happen, guys. The 6R80 is the best overdrive transmission on the planet when it has a 4R200 hub. If you want to get into overdrive racing, which is whatever, I think overdrive racing is weird, because a turbo 400 with a Rossler is a fucking overdrive. So if you want to be stupid, you have to say factory overdrive. But again, that changes everything, because guys are shoving Chevy transmissions in S550s now and doing the manual calibration and doing a manual valve body. So what is the difference between a manual valve bodied full race deal that you just flick a switch and goes into overdrive and a Rossler 400 with a gear vendors? What's the difference between a fully built manual valve body 4R70 with a flick of the switch overdrive and a flick of the switch lockup, or a turbo 400 from M&M, Rossler, or RPM with a gear vendors overdrive? Sounds stupid, doesn't it? That's why the overdrive class is weird. Now, let's just whatever. You want to get your Ford into overdrive racing. There is either a second gear leaf 6R80 tune with a billet planet, or a turbo or a 4R200 hub with overdrive. That, and by power, by the hour, nobody else. If Pure gets into it, cool, but I'm a power by the hour guy, because they got a 6-second 6R80 living out there. So say what you want. That I don't know nothing, but power by the hour is the best 6R80 people. And if you want to get into overdrive racing, the 4R200 with the Lund tune, because let's be honest, Lund is the only one that can tune it. Lund is the only one that can tune it. Bro, got the red rocket on the chat. We just bought a house and we closed this week, says Oliver Bryant. I need a house because I need the tax offset at this point. If I'm not going to spend as much money this year than next year on cars, I have to buy something next year. It's got to be a house. So, save up. Craig Wall says, I have a couple chassis updates I'm doing over the weekend, over the next few weeks, sorry. Getting the motor back together, and they would like to run LDR at US Street Nationals in January. Where is that? Is that in Bradenton? We'll get ready to slippy slide all over that. Where is US Nationals this year? Let me see. Yeah, fucking coffee's in my way. This coffee's legit. I did a real good job. US Nationals, Bradenton. The U.S. Nationals refers to the U.S. Street Nationals drag racing event held at Bradenton Motorsports Park. This event features various drag racing classes like Outlaw Pro, Mod Pro 275, Limited Drag Radial, and more. And the U.S. Street Nationals are in January. What the fuck? 26? What the fuck's the schedule? Events? How about, events. FL2K, US Street Nationals. Okay, so it's calling all time. I don't fucking know. I'm losing it here. What the fuck? It doesn't say. I clicked it and nothing comes up. So I don't know. I don't know when that's gonna be, but hopefully Craig Walls will see you there. If I go as just to spectate, honestly, we're not racing that now. Would it be cool if someone like a Brett LaSala goes to LDR, and because his car's like a high 3-second car now? In eighth mile trim on 275s. So that'll be interesting to see if that car actually gets after. I would understand if he goes to another class to puppy kick and get that money. I wish I would have seen him over at US Nationals over in Orlando. Relax, Coyote Kelly. What's happening with Coyote Kelly? Craig Walls. After that, it's back to running all the local stuff at Teasel, Warriors, and stuff in the area. I want to know who the other guy is that gave him the mint tune. Yeah, don't worry about that. I wouldn't stress that, Mini Bike. I don't think it's the ops. Power by the Hour is an awesome company. They ship one day to Orlando. The guy that we're tuning, his name is Vicuna. Juan Vicuna. He is at, Bradenton Racing right now. He's number one qualifier in the 850 index class. On 3, twin turbo kit. 6 already with all 6 speeds, but we said let's launch in second, put 355s on it. I said put 355s in the rear gear, launch in second, and configure the trans brake for second gear leave, and put a 275 tire on there because he had a 305 45 17, which I said es no bueno para la carrera, and he listened, and the car is running consistent low 1.2 60 foots, and it's been as quick as an 8.2. And he can dial it back to a 8.5 easily, and hopefully he can go far. Would Jake sell the current PBH building to you? No, he doesn't own it. He rents that building. Mr. Mills, Mr. John Mills will be renting that building. But you got to understand. Okay, I'll give you a bird's eye view of what's happening here. So maps. Oh, shit. Palm Beach, PBI, map PBI. Palm Beach International Airport. Maps. Fuck me. There we go. Okay, so this is what's happening at Power of the Hour because Jake saw it happening, and he's like, "Oh man, I got to make some moves because this could be a problem." So let's zoom into Palm Beach International Airport. Sorry, I said Raceway. Apologies. I'm just traumatized. So PBI right here. And by the way, the 747 Air Force One is going to be here. I can't wait when Papi Trump lands in fucking West Palm Beach with that big ass beautiful 747. This whole Southern Boulevard all the way to his house in Mar-a-Lago right here is going to be a caravan of motherfuckers, bro. It's going to be a caravan of anyway. I get off kilter. Palm Beach International Airport. Now, where's Power by the Hour located? Right there. Wait. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. Boom. So, Palm Beach Airport, right? These are all the executive jets where Jordan's plane, Taylor Swift's plane, Epstein's plane, all of these planes, right? And then right here, this little tiny building is Power by the Hour. So what do you think? And the person who owns this house owns the Power by the Hour building. So what's going to happen? Look at Jake's red truck back there, dropping off a trailer. Oh, look at that. Look at the Fairmont back there. Look at the Fairmont chilling with a cover. Oh, we know when this was taken. And this was after the dyno was sold. As you can see, the dyno's not there anymore. But they're going to expand this airport. See right there, guys? See this motherfucker? They're going to expand. They're in the middle of an expansion right now. And they're going to make a couple of runways. Because right now it only has one. And it has two. It's X. It's like an X. So it has two landing and takeoffs. So what they're going to do is they're going to expand west. And this building is right smack in the middle of the potential expansion. All this shit's going to go away. And they're going to expand all these executive buildings to here. They already updated these buildings here that are new. So it's all going to, let me see if there's a little street view situation here. There you go. Yeah, these buildings, let's go backwards. Crash into that fucking truck. Anyway, see these buildings right here? These buildings were put in not too long ago, and they're, Jet Aviation and Gulfstream. So this is like big billionaire bullshit, and they're going to expand the shit out of this airport pretty soon. So Jake's like, I got to do something, and I got to expand. So getting the fuck out of there to Stewart potentially to grow the business was the move, and that's what he is doing. So that building, I couldn't buy it because it's probably worth $2.5 million. There's no way that building is worth $2.5 million. Palm Beach County. My plans for racing in 2025, says James Block, keep on keeping on with the road course racing at the local track and may try out some autocross. Now, the cars that I think that are going to be most impressive for you to look out for in the Lund Racing side is not going to be the Blue Goose. I think the Blue Goose is cool. You guys are not going to really be, you're not going to identify with the Blue Goose. The Blue Goose is Billy badass shit that's coming down the pipe. Senior already let it out, so an exclusive on the show. And Junior posted a picture of all of the metal parts that were taken out of the Blue Goose. And I'm like, okay, so we're just getting after it. Like, no excuses. Because we kind of have to spend the dough. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the Black Bean is going to be the one that is going to blow your dick. It's going to eat your ass. It's going to... That's the one that you're going to go, wait, what? Because what the future of the Black Bean is could be the future of what the business ends up becoming. We understand that 24 and up is not tunable. So hot rodding 23 and under cars, configuring them for specific applications that you wish were ideal, are going to be something that is going to take, front and center in terms of attention for Lund Racing and shops. Shops are going to go, well, we can make money bolting on a Whipple and a Whipple tune, or a Roush and a Roush tune, or a Pro Charge and a Pro Charge tune. That's it. We can't customize anything. That's where the money is. That's where the big money is. Okay? So I think the Black Bean, depending on how everything pans out, could be the one that blows your mind the most. The airport is the best, says Mini Bad Man. It's finally time. 350 goes under the knife in 2 weeks for a Hellion Sleeper BC Stage 33160, staying on pump gas. Why? I'm fine keeping IMRC or lock them out. Oliver Bryan, lock them out. Less issues. Some dude on Facebook talking shit about how Brett doesn't have anything for the fast SoCal guys, yet he is first right now. Oh my God, bro. Fast SoCal guys? Are you talking about the street racer? Brett's not a street racer, never claimed to be a street racer, never disrespected street racing. It's usually the guys on the side rah-rahing bullshit. Not one motherfucker that... Listen to me. How fast did Chuck from Street... Do you think Chuck from Street Outlaws car is Billy Badass fast? Yes or no? Think about that. Chuck Seisinger, and he's a Ford guy. He's a Coyote guy. He gets it. He was a Honda guy. He gets it. Like, if anyone gets it, it's that dude. Do you think that guy is legit and runs a badass number and has a badass car? Car ran 6.0s at World Cup. Brett's car ran 6.0s and 3s in the 8th. I mean, what any SoCal guy got for on the track, on the Ford side, for people like that? Black Bean, it's a 10-speed car, right? Correct. 2.5 million, try more like 5+ million. Yeah, you're not wrong. Mr. Ragebait is going to be mad when the other tuner runs into an issue and says, looks good, run it at the track, and has to replace that motor again. Oh, inside reference, love it. Got into the test and tune yesterday with my 23 crew cab, Lund Tune FFE. Did a 1313, hoping to get into boost with the Trump win. Yeah, you got a crew cab. If I were you, because it's a 23, I think it's flex capable, I would just throw E85 in it and see if it gets into the 12s. 19 6-speed G3 100 millimeter maxed out on the current setup. Would you sleeve or build the bottom end and bump up the boost? Okay. Let's have a serious conversation here, kiddos. If you have maxed out your G3X, building the motor is not what you do. Listen to yourself, Ants 19 Coyote. You maxed out a G3 100 millimeter pulley, and you think that building the bottom end to up the boost is the way to go. You're in the, okay. A lot of you guys need to understand. Once you max out a certain combo, you don't build it to keep on that current combo. Okay, I've maxed out the G3 with 100 millimeter. What's next? A G4? No. A G3X? No. What's next? Turbos. A great example is Carlos Vergara. Went 8s with a G3X or a G4. 8.8 foot braking, first one to do so, or one of the first to do so. I think Craig Walls' guy did it too. And then said, all right, no one's looking to race me down here, so I'm going to make the car more track-oriented. Alex, what would you do? I go, well, the fact that you kept having tensioner issues, which others said they didn't have, but all of a sudden we're starting to have when they were running the similar boost that Carlos was having. Isn't that some shit? When they were saying Carlos Vergara was having tensioner issues. I've never had tensioner issues. Then they pull it down to man pulley shit, and all of a sudden they have tensioner issues. I said, bro, just throw twin turbos on it. He's like, you serious? I go, yeah, the tune doesn't have to change that much. Okay, throws twin turbos in it. Gets within a personal best within a pull or two. And now it's dialing in the combo. So if you're willing to build the motor, you're going to stay with a G3X or a G3? You're going to build and sleeve the bottom end and stay on a centrifugal? Nah, you throw twin turbos in there. Stop fucking around. So the Blackbean is getting a different trans. What's up with the Hell Kizzy you drove? Oh, the Hellcat? It's our lawyer's car. So he was here for a bit and drove it. Now he sent that shit. It's back. It's back on its way to him. But I was like, hey, want to drive a red eye Hellcat that makes 850 horsepower to lunch? I'm like, yep, yes I do. Alex, I'll be doing a Gen 3 short block swap on my Paxton 13 GT this winter. While I'm there, would you recommend cams or stock? Okay, looking to make 800 850, dude. 800 850 stock cams. 800 to 850 stock cams, brother. Unless you want to go with a com cam stage 3 and up the boost a little bit, I think you should stay with a stock cam to get to 800 850. All you need is a stock cam. Been looking at a 15 to 17 manual, ignoring 18s, but I've come across the 19 price of same or less with ticky-tack claims, but the less mileage. Ultimately will be supercharger. You still take a Gen 2? I still take a Gen 2. Gen 2 is king. What are the issues that Gen 3 has that Gen 2 does not have? Phaser issues. It losing phasing. In the middle of idle. Okay. Early 18s had oval cylinders. The MT82 is a fourth 1-to-1 gear ratio, meaning it is slower in terms of, it's not slower, it makes more power, but the gear ratio is not favorable. I prefer a 15 to 17 or 11 to 17 MT82 gear ratio on the trans than the D4. The D4 to me is a loser. Gen 2 architecture, we're talking about no DI issues, no DI injector having an issue. Also, pumps. I have seen more failing stock pumps on Gen 3s than I've ever seen on Gen 2. Gen 2 was perfect. They got it right. Whatever perfect timing happened during the building process of the Gen 2, whoever put it together, the assembly process, just everything was put together perfectly. And 2015 all the way to 2017s are perfect. Minimal issues, minimal drawbacks. 6R80 architecture, Gen 2 architecture, Gen 2 6R80 architecture. The IRS. Look. I can't speak enough about how great the Gen 2 Mustang is. That's the one to build if you want to have a modern IRS Mustang. If you want to go drag racing and you got the money to build shit, Gen 1 or a Foxbody. My nephew been 876 now. Luntuned now, by the way. I like hearing it. Craig Walls, I like hearing it. Good for him. Kind of funny. Street Outlaw guys showing up to local races must be getting expensive. Been looking. Okay, good. I plan on copying your old red car, by the way. Putting it on a Roush or via PTVS will be a nice street strip car and chill with that. This car was... when it was making 920 rear-wheel horsepower, that's how I dailied the thing. I drove like a normal person. But then when I just said, whap! That bitch was bad, bro. On the street, it was a problem. Glass Clarity, why did my Holley Hiram Gen 1 get backfired through the manifold on cold start from that other tuner and also would go into throttle body limp mode? I fixed it with a Lund Tune Zero mechanical work. I mean... it's kind of like, God, Senior said it on the last chat. Shout out to Senior for popping in and giving me an impromptu video. I went long on that show, almost 2 hours. We could have gone for another 3 because I could the stuff I've talked to Senior about that I think he wants to make public. I think Senior should show his face more but I want to do a formal interview. I'm literally going to take this laptop, point the camera to him, have this microphone like in the middle of a table like this, so we can both, it's going to be close, and we're going to just talk for like fucking 3 hours. I think it's something that it is not owed to the industry, but everyone will benefit from listening to his story. I think everyone will go, this motherfucker is legit. Like, so legit. Good morning, good morning. What's up, bitch? I missed. Oh, Jesus, what the hell did I do? Oh, fuck me. You see that Dark Horse motor being broken down? No. Why would I see anybody breaking anything down trying to teach me shit? Stop breaking down motors and not even having a fucking Gen 3 that matters. Like, stop. Shut up. Trying to teach motherfuckers shit. Fuck out of here. I want nothing. No one in the industry is going to teach me shit that FFRE isn't going to teach me, or Lund. Plain and simple. I don't care what anyone else has to say. Jarrett DiNardo. I got a 14 GT with an on-3 single kit tuned by you guys. It only uses 3 of the 4 O2s. Does that mean one is turned off, causing them to never ready up? Wait. Jared. You have an on-3 single, and you're asking why the O2 sensors are never ready. Wait, let me guess. You want to pass inspection, Jared DiNardo? Is that what you're saying? You installed a kit that negates a whole bank's O2 sensor. And then you're wondering why the O2s aren't ready on a single turbo kit. Come on. Critical thinking here. It's never going to be ready. It's a single. It's a race kit. Forget readiness. You installed a single turbo. It's reading off of 102. The bank 102. Sure, you got spots, but like, imagine if you have 2 O2s in one downpipe. It's going to go, what the fuck? But you have 102 in that downpipe that's reading properly. The bank 102. And you're wondering why they're never ready. They'll never be ready. You have 102. Do you know how your O2s are going to be ready? If you have 2 O2s on different banks, catalytic converters, and 2 O2s behind them. That's the only way it can get ready. 2 O2s in the cat, or like stock, a catalytic converter that doesn't have efficiency problems, and 2 O2s after the cat. And then you do a Ford drive cycle. Now, let's talk about that. Because people go, what's a Ford drive cycle? And then I Google Ford drive cycle. And son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. You just Google it and it shows up. Start the vehicle and idle for 5 minutes. While in park or neutral, rev the engine to 2,500 RPM for 15 seconds. While in park or neutral, rev the engine to 4,000 RPMs for 15 seconds. Let the idle engine, that's what it says. Okay, I'm not Puerto Ricaning this up. This is what it says. Let the idle engine for 20 seconds with the cooling fan stop. Drive towards a highway and accelerate to 55 miles an hour, maintaining that speed for 90 seconds. Decelerate to 15 miles an hour and drive for 13 minutes at speeds between 15 and 35 miles an hour. Maintain 25 miles an hour of speed for 30 seconds. This is for Ford Escort, Ford Pro 1.8 liter engines. Other Fords, start and idle for 4 minutes, idle and drive for 1 minute, drive towards a highway for 45 miles an hour slowly, stay in the gear 5 for 5 seconds during the acceleration, get to the 5th gear, maintain 45 miles an hour for 30 seconds, stop the vehicle, idle the vehicle and drive for 1 minute, drive for 25 miles an hour. There is a drive cycle that needs to happen. Alex, your tune is not letting the things get ready the moment I flashed it. The moment I flashed it, the second I flashed it, it didn't have readiness monitors. Oh, you flashed it just now? Yup. And nothing's ready? Yup. How do I fix that? Go to do a drive cycle. How do I do that? What do you mean I can't pass emissions with my hood dump turbo car? Yeah, exactly. Sorry for my second grade type driving. Got it. Word on the street is something sends specific emissions test tunes. You could do that. There's tricks, but that's literally putting yourself in the crosshairs of the EPA. Lund, don't do that shit. We're not going to help you pass emissions without cats. That's not what we do. You want to pass emissions in your emission state? Slap cats on it. Do the drive cycle. When you're done, do whatever the fuck you want to do. You need a runway to pull that off. So my no hood single turbo flamethrower exhaust won't pass emissions. Jose Quinones, I got an idea for you and Street Alpha podcast, both interviewing Lund together. That's not ever going to happen, Jose Quinones. This is why. The relationship I have with John is of the utmost respect. Street Alpha, while an amazing podcast, wouldn't really know where to start, I think, to get the best out of Senior. And I would love to have Senior on this and the really knowledgeable people. And I'm not saying he's not knowledgeable, Jesus Christ. I'm just saying the ones that nerd out on the information he's going to say, because Senior is going to talk to you for 3 or 4 hours. I'll get him a old fashioned and, you know, a pee break here and there, like a podcast out. Let's get him on a 3-hour deal. The dude will talk. But you need to know his history to understand how to make him tell the story so that you guys will get the best out of him. Street Alpha is going to give you, you know, what he talks about with other people. But you want like intimate, in-depth stuff that I know. I think you guys would appreciate. You saw the leading questions I was asking him. I was asking him that if a car can revert back to the stock tune with an over-the-air update, in theory, can a car be decrypted and tunable with a similar over-the-air update? And then he started talking about how the encryption process is put into the 24 Mustang. Where the fuck are you going to hear that information? Have you ever heard that anywhere? Yes or no? Have you ever heard anyone on any platform, Facebook, fuckface, Snapchat, dick lick, Pornhub, all this shit? Nobody has even given you an inkling of how that happens. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hood stack, bumper, bullhorn. But we still can't figure out flex tuning. This is the Peasant Chat. Beefcake, who cares? Who cares? I don't mention that fucking name of this chat. Fuck that guy. Big Top here in St. Louis used to do emissions tunes. They closed down last year abruptly. Asked Volkswagen how to beat emissions. You want to pass emissions? Move to an emissions-free state. Heath, damn, I shouldn't have posted that engine breakdown vid. My bad. I don't know who Heath is. YOLO just came out there a little. You're saying Tukes ain't old school enough? No, just Tukes doesn't know Senior's history enough. That's all. Tukes would get great contact out of him because he's just a likable guy. When you talk to Tukes, you're just comfortable. He's a good guy. He asks good questions. And he is searching for knowledge. You understand? On the podcast space, there's a lot of dumbasses that promote their product and rah a certain platform. Tukes is just talking to LS people, LT people, Coyote people, tuners, shops. So no, Tukes is super legit. You mean FFRE EGR delete car won't pass emissions? I mean FFE EGR delete car. Surprise Pikachu face. Tukes Amos Streeta. Rodrigo Salsa says, is it dumb to choose a Gen 1 MTD2 car over Gen 2 because of looks? No, it's not dumb. The Gen 1 car looks old school. It mimics an old school 60s car with modern touches. In my opinion, the last awesome looking that still looked like not cookie cutter, stamp it out shit was the 2014 Mustang. The 15 looked like everything else. It looked like a Honda Accord. It looked like a Fusion, a little bigger, longer, wider, whatever. But the last great Mustang that looked like a muscle car was the 14 Mustang, for sure. Have him and Junior at the same time? No. It's two different communication styles. Junior is more analytical. You will see his eyes kind of go up and he's doing some calculation in his head about what should he say, what should he not say. But then when he gives you that look where his eyes turn red, I mean, he's all red, but like his eyes turn red, now he's like pissed and he is giving something up. Senior will give you I'll give you an example. Senior tuned a Foxbody back in the day. And the way he tuned the Foxbody is by converting, I believe, the EGR or another signal that had a 0 to 5 volt reference, and he plugged it somewhere else. I believe the MAF, if I'm not mistaken, or injectors. I forget. It was a 0 to 5 volt signal. He did the transfer function and tuned the car, dialed it in, and the thing was just crisp and all. And when he talks about converting an EGR signal potentially to a MAF signal or something alike, he gets excited over that. That wiring minutia, super, whatever. Junior, I think, gets more excited when he finds something in the code, and he can then say, well, I need something to do this. Or when he finds something that enables like an anti-lag in the stock software. You know what I mean? So once he is able to do that, he's like, holy shit, I can do this and this and that. And that gets him excited. But it's most software related, where I think Senior likes the wiring aspect, the chasing down the wire and finding the fault and rewiring something. Whereas Junior, I think, likes looking at the code and figuring out the computer's trying to do this. How can I manipulate that code to have a desired outcome? Yeah. But you as the co-host would be the one asking the questions. He would be the host. That doesn't make any sense. No, I appreciate it, Jose. If he wants to do it, no, you don't get it. I love you. I seen an emissions test video from Massachusetts that was 6.0 power stroke, straight rev limiter for like 15 seconds. Fuck that. I'll stay in Georgia. You mean my car built to flow 5 times the amount of air through the air pump won't pass emissions on stock numbers? Hey, what chops do you recommend for installing long tube headers on an off-road H-pipe on a 2013 Mustang in the Palm Beach County area? Thunder Auto Sports. That's not it. Thunder Auto Sports. In Boynton Beach, Florida. They did the converter on my car. They did an excellent job. A piece of junk was apparently in the converter and it made it into the valve body, but that's not their fault. They're probably gonna build my Fairmont. Thunder has built a couple of pretty badass Fox bodies, and I, for whatever reason, and I apologize to Thunder, I just never even thought of you guys in that capacity. There are a lot of people here that can build fast cars and do badass shit, but I'm like persona non grata to them because they don't know me like old school, I don't know you from the SN days. I don't know you from the SN95 days. You're from Massachusetts. You're an interloper here. Boy, shut up. My money's just as green as anybody else's. So I would probably take my Fairmont down to Thunder and be like, okay, I want adjustable rear mounting points for the control arm. So basically, we're going to probably redo the rear end because I want to be able to have a car that's ready to go 7s, right? So let's get this shored up so I can have adjustability and proper separation. The rear end, I might switch up and find like a built 9-inch narrowed now that it's mini tub, so I can put more tire back there on a 275 still, meaning the 12-inch rim, or 11-inch rim. I want to have that stretch. Look, stretch. And then they probably do the install on the motor, trans, and wiring. Or I'll do the install. Actually, I'll let them do the install because they have the tools, the time, but it's gonna be like fucking $50,000. I know that going in. 2025 prediction: Lund throws its hat into the Moltec and standalone tuning. Gray Goose after it goes 650. Maybe Blue Goose right away. Ooh, you're pretty good, Oliver Bryan. 13 and 14 cars are likely to be the ones sought after in the not too distant future. 11 and 12 is a new 4i Fox, and 13 and 14 is 87 to 93. What power level does? Oh, here we go. This thing's gonna freeze. Here we go. Come on, just fucking freeze. Just freeze. I'm gonna get rid of a whole bunch of tabs here because apparently it's starting to be stupid. What power level does the Gen 1 6R control become more difficult versus Gen 2? None. We've tuned Win 3s to go 7s. WYN3, it's Gen 1, we've gone to go 7s. There is no limitation, I don't think. I think it's an RPM thing. St. Louis has some real juggernauts when it comes to using HP tuners to tune Mustangs. Every time I see HP tuners, I'm like, what did you copy? Did you see the robot dogs at Trump's place? Shit is wild. I did a camera reset on my 2012 GT 6R80 car and the trans stopped acting up. Neat. So you're saying that Thunder does not cut keys? Nope, Thunder gets it. Thunder's legit. Thunder's that last old school shop that absolutely gets it. Glad I can't drive anything. Go from go-karts jacked up in Florida for emissions. Have you talked to Toby? Have you talked to Toby? Have you talked to Toby at the gym recently? He did a certain convert. He did a certain convert swap and trans went all to neutral after a couple of miles. All seems kind of sus. Have you talked to Toby at the gym recently? He just did a certain convert swap and trans went all neutral. I don't know what. Can you take a fucking aspirin? I think this is what you're saying. Have you talked to Toby at the gym recently? He did a certain converter swap. And the transmission went all to neutral after a couple of miles as well. My God. Just say converter. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Thunder knows what the blue stuff is. So Chuck G, where are we at on the 01 Coyote? Today, after the gym, I'm going to take the motor out of the Fairmont. Install the old spec clutch that Bondo Bird gave me. Put it in the Corvette with motor mounts that Jake gave me. If I can get the spline. Oh, I got to find a pilot bushing. Fuck, I got to find a pilot bushing. I think I got a pilot bushing somewhere. Shit. I got to find a pilot bushing. If I can get the motor installed in the Corvette on the motor mount that the ZR1 has with the torque tube spline into the clutch sans bell housing. So I have to hold up the bell housing, hold up the torque tube to line up the motor. And when the motor and input shaft go in and everything is where it should be, clutch engaged, splines engaged, input, the journal of the shaft is in the pilot bushing and bolted down onto the mounts. I take that measurement from the back of the motor to the face of the torque tube. And whatever that measurement is going to be the final width of the bell housing that I need. I then buy a QuickTime bell housing, ship it directly to the guy at Department of Boost. I'll say, this is what I measured. Now remember, there's going to be a little 1/8 inch plate or 16th inch plate in between for spacing. But then he's going to take the QuickTime bell housing, put it on its side, mill that bolt pattern off or chop off that bolt pattern for T56 to modular. And then with the CAD drawing that he's got, he's going to go ahead. Let's see, the thing just quit. He's going to go ahead and put in the bolt pattern for the torque tube of the Corvette. And if all that comes into play, I should have a modular to ZR1 bell housing, and I put it together and start slamming stuff into that car. Get a drive kit, get a blower kit, get fuel to it, get the wiring. The wiring's going to be difficult, but if I can get that done late this year, early next, bro, if I can get everything mounted and mechanically good, it's going to be a good time. Badass Strange 9-inch. Alex, the Fairmont will use a factory style ECU, right? No, I think it'll get like a fuel tech or something because I want to do carburetor. I want to do carburetor turbo shit. It's not going to have any factory style. I already have 3 cars that have factory style computers. All will be Gen 1. The 13, the 14 GT500, and the ZR1 will have all Gen 1 architecture. 33 likes. Let's bump up those numbers. No, there's 184, which is still not, where it needs to be. Haven't tuned in recently, but did you ever give an opinion on the one stock situation? No, and I won't because I don't know the guy. And I don't talk on people I don't know. Hey, Alex, do you recommend I contact Poland or at HP Tuners to revert my Lund tune? I'm opening my own tuning services. Thanks, says Oliver Bryant. That is funny. Yeah, exactly. Does anyone need an 1117 AT82 Mantic twin disc flywheel about 50,000 miles on it before I put it for sale? Says Glass Roof Coyote. Maybe a dumb question, but late model Resto came out with shorty swap, Coyote swap headers. Any of those could benefit your swap? So no, I have Ryan Eckhart at low profile fabrications. He already cut the flanges for me. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. Because you guys think I'm just like chilling and not doing nothing. No, I'm on it. Ryan Eckhart. Holy shit, he's way down here. Where are you, Ryan? Let me do a search. Ryan Ryan Eckert. So Ryan had access to a plate, like a, what do you call it? Like a water jet. And he cut the flanges for the Coyote. So what's going to happen is once I mount everything, motor mounts, bell housing, clutch is engaged, everything is legit, he is going to go ahead and I bring it to them and I'm like, here you go, make them headers work. And he's going to go in there, bolt these on and start looking at tubes, fabbing up a set of headers that bolt onto the factory H pipe. That's the goal, or X pipe. So once the motor is in its final resting place, it is bring the car to Lund Racing or whatever shop he's got, and we're going to make custom headers from the, in the ZR1, Coyote headers to mount to the stock exhaust that the Corvette has. And then once all that's done, we're going to try to get that bitch running. And once we get that bitch running, we got to make sure fans, radiator, heat exchanger, blower, everything fits properly. And that's going to be all up to me. What blower's got on ZR1? You've said before, I apologize. It's probably going to be a TVS of some sorts. It's either going to be a... So I could do a couple of things. The GT500 is going to get a rear feed TVS blower. I sent it up to Kong Performance. Rest his peace. His mom passed away recently, so I understand if there's any delay there. And once I get that back, it's going to go on a Department of Boost manifold. Then I have to convert the dash whatever the fuck lines. I think it's like slightly bigger than half-inch lines, and we're going to convert them to dash 16, 1-inch lines. And then we might have to upgrade the pump and then modify something to make the flow of the water a little more efficient. That is going to be general in architecture. That's probably going to be a twin 65 throttle body or a big mono because it's race shit only, so I don't care about drivability. Then the Gen 1 GT is going to get a Roush blower. If I can find a Gen 2 Roush blower, put it in there. I am going to use Jake's Power by the Hour 8-rib drive. I'm going to use Jake's drives for everything. One, he'll sponsor them. Two, they're better routed than most, and they're better engineered than most. So I'm going to have a little in-engine bay ice tank, like a VMP old school ice tank. I thought that was a very good idea that VMP used to have a engine bay ice tank that would draw the intercooler fluid from a reservoir and then be able to have the ability to throw ice in it. And then that car is going to go 9s with the Roush blower, stock motor, take the motor out, put a built motor in, get after it with the Roush blower, see if we can go low 9s. It's going to be difficult, but see if we can go low 9s with a built motor on that Roush blower. Whatever we got to do, we'll do, and I'll try to get it done before the end of next year. And then get that car sold. Do a detail job, get everything good, and then get that car sold and get it out of my life so I can then, I'll just have money. Sent the link over on IG for rear end of the Fairmont, says 6 Suki. Where? On IG. Here we go. These guys sending IG shit. I hate. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go. Fuck you. You email this shit. Email this shit. I'm done fucking around with IG on the show. Those manifolds, those are manifolds, not headers. Okay. Here we go. Vote my Anderson PMS for the Fairmont. What do you think about Elon Musk possibly buying the Ford Motor Company? You are a guy that falls for clickbait lies. Elon Musk is not buying Ford. That it makes no sense. Tell me how it makes sense. Elon Musk buying Ford. Go. Please tell me how that makes sense. Please go. Tell me. Tell me how that makes any sense. My vote for over to get that factory hookup swap headers is badass. How much wheel horsepower is D495 good for on a Gen 2 on E85? Pilot 850, then they start to peter out with like a TVS blower. Just woke up to Theo. Start over, says Bandit. Do you think now that Trump won, Ford employee will accidentally drop a box from a moving truck containing thumb drive? No, because these policies have been in for years. And understand, guys, we were hit by the EPA, which we have been since vindicated for. Sorry. We saw nothing wrong with your stuff. Here's all your shit back. 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 We didn't find. Sorry. Here. Sorry. Oh, here. We took this thing for some reason. We took this. Here you go. Here, we took. I don't know. We thought this was a thing. So yeah. Here you go. We took this. We took this. You know. Here's this. Here. We took all this stuff because you got. Sorry. Oh, you here. Oh, here you go. This too. Fuck it. There. Here, you want this? Here's all the stuff we took because we thought you all were doing shit. Sorry. Hey, what about this cam sensor? You guys, did you? We thought this was a defeat device. Sorry. Hey, here you go. You know, we took this from your office. Sorry. Oh, you're sorry. Got it. Anyway, where was I? Where was I? So stupid. Shit. I've been considering upgrading to a 3 Roush, but I don't know if it'll work with the Predator Fiat. What do you mean? No, you're what? Upgrading to a 2-3? What are you talking about? From a what? We're still cool, right? My bad, Alex. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, you didn't do anything wrong and we just overreacted? Sorry. We got this sound clip and we thought you were sorry. We're sorry. You didn't hear the news that Lund was cleared. Typical. No. Same energy. Oh, Lund was hit up. Psst, fuck Lund. We knew it. Oh, yeah, Lund's cool. We're cool. Oh, you're cool? Like, there's nothing we could hold over you now? Damn. We still cool, right? Says the EPA. Right. That's I gotta shut up. Should be held accountable to pay back the money Lund lost during that time from that BS. No, here's the payment. Here's that. Here you go. Sorry. Oh. Okay, what about all the moves we had to make and people? Well, we're sorry. I mean, we said we're sorry. What's the problem? Just let bygones be bygones. It's all good. Never mind that you raided the fucking place with guns drawn. It's all good. Yeah. See you later, Theo. Thanks for an awesome stream. Gonna take my aspirin and start the day, says Glassroof Coyote. Sorry, gotta fix it right now. Is there any public announcement? No, it never will be. Guys, stop sending me your sorry messages. I don't even read them. Jesus Christ, says Alex's email. Killshot Ray says, surprised that the EPA didn't hit up Diddy for all the emissions coming from his parties. Fuck that shit, What a party. What a party. Oliver Bryan, me voy a quedar callado. Yo me voy a quedar callado. Yo no voy a decir nada. I'm gonna shut up. The government is like women, no accountability. Well, I felt like you were cheating. So I fucked all your friends. I was working a double to get you a wedding ring. Oh. So we getting married? You fucked up my friends. Oh, fuck. Did he clip that previous employee probably called EPA on Lund? You're a small town tuner doing emissions tunes at 3:30 on a Tuesday. All of a sudden, 4 blacked out Suburbans with some guts by Trivial blasting all up in your shit. Where is them guts? Do I have them guts? Them guts? Yeah. Like, oh, look. Hey, you want to get me in a missions pass tune? Sure, no problem. Here you go. I need like helicopter sounds. Let me see. Rate YouTube. Sounds. Helicopter sound. Helicopter sound. Here we go. Helicopter sound. All of a sudden, you know. And then here they come. Here they come. Yep. They coming. Yeah, you sent that fucking tune to that one guy. Yeah, you're smart. I don't know, but my boy Benjamin would have had said something. We pulled guns on a bunch of nerds playing computer games, sending tunes. I think they were in the middle of farting. And they were like, go, 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 go. Oh. So what? What the fuck do you guys do here? We fart and send memes to each other. And the boss man has 2 cool cars. Oh. Well, we think you're doing something, so let me get this wig and these sunglasses. Oh, yeah. Don't forget the cam sensor and the throttle body. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll wait until we draw what's going on in here, and you don't fuck up. 3 years later. Hey, here you go. You're good, by the way. Wait, what? We're good? Yeah. So here's your wig, your cam sensor, and your throttle body back. Go horny. Did he clip from the previous? Okay. Exactly. EPA just lucky Jordan didn't crash out and grab the blick when they showed up. Oh, it was actually a problem. It was actually a problem. The Trump helichopper roaring in the background is a great clip. This is the Trump helichopter? You think this is like the Trump helichopter? I should make that a sound clip. The EP is sliding up on the ops and coming through with ceiling hopping when they say, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Okay, it's a go. Get down on the ground. What the fuck? Oh, shit. What the fuck do you guys do here? There's a couch. You're playing Fox News. There's a coffee maker. And there's 3 nerds farting in the center of the front office. Yep. EPA on a freaking power trip. Go focus on climate change, bud. Bust out the door course wine. EPA sitting on borrowed time before January 20th. EPA, get ready. That shit's gonna get gutted. I hope, if they let Papi Trump in, there's still a possibility they're gonna do shenanigans. You never know. Rip my ears, damn. Not the blicky, bro. So, I think what's gonna happen is this year, if Trump is let in and is starting to do what he said he was going to do, what he's been mandated to do by the American public convincingly, is to get the fuck out. He's going to come in to the White House and he's going to say, EPA. Okay, you remember, I was talking to the guys about this. When Saddam Hussein took power, I'm not saying he's going to do this, but he's going to do the equivalent to this in terms of the industry. When Saddam Hussein came into power, he put all his generals and cabinet members and people that were in the previous administration in a big coliseum. And I think he was smoking a cigar, right? Let me see. The first day Saddam, is it Saddam? Came to power. I misspelled the shit out of that. Saddam Hussein and his very public purge. Okay, so there's a clip of him up there, and he starts telling people, by the name, like, blah, blah, blah.
For
guilty. And they took him out back and did what they did. And then, let me see.
10 men are removed.
So, yeah, so basically, this is good. This is a good clip. See, I love history. Like, history's crazy. It's just, I love it. So, hold on. Let me see if I can reverse it 10 seconds.
10 men are removed.
Nobody knows if I'm going to be next or not.
Then another 10.
And you see the faces of these people. They are as white as snow.
Then another 10.
That fear that he evoked from these people, he enjoyed.
Saddam is smoking.
Again, I'm not saying he's gonna do this, but the equivalent to this to the industry, he's gonna say, EPA, get out. He's not gonna kill him like Saddam Hussein did, but he was like, EPA, get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
I'm gonna fuck you out. I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker. You know, he should just play that. EPA.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Department of Agriculture.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
FDA.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
And then he's gonna invite that man-woman thing for the health secretary or whatever, and he's gonna be like,
he tried to steal money, and he's a fucking asshole. That's what I say. He's a fucking asshole. He tried to keep the attention for him, not for Munguia. He's a fucking asshole. He steals his fighters. That's what he do. Fucking pussy. Motherfucker.
All right.
You want, I'm here for you too, motherfucker.
General Milley.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
We'll see. EPA agents got an update on them resumes. Long as RFA Jr. stays off of the EPA helicopter got them big ol' Hellcat decals on them. wait. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. They're coming. Good shit. Good show. I like the peasant chats. They're fun. When they caught him, he was hiding in the sewer, Trump, and we say bye-bye. Do we have bye-bye? Oh no, do I have to have bye-bye here? And we say bye-bye. Oh my God, I don't have bye-bye. Oh fuck. Beep, chew gum, 956. Puro pinche 956 a la verga.
Puro pinche 956 a la verga.
Let me see. What does it say Dodge here?
Wait, Dodge was pushing people's shit in.
Okay, what about last V8?
We all know where the last V8 left. We were never the fastest. And
okay, whatever. That's stupid. Them guts, lightning. I don't have bye-bye by Trump. Oh man, that sucks. I thought I had that shit. Price is Right's gone. Oh no. Oh, I can't play that anymore because it gets copyrighted. So forget that. Go F yourself, it says?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Take that.
Take that, Elon Musk.
Oh, I do have those things. Unreal. Supposedly, Ron Paul is going to be the involved. Bureaucracies are going to get cut. All the items get returned. The smell of the cigarette smoke. Nice. How are you going to betray us by driving a wide-body Hellcat? See your post on Instagram. Bro, that bitch was nice. Not badass. Not amazing. It was a quick car for what it was. It was quick. It's definitely quick. But again, it's modified to death. Do you think any more J6 participants are going to get convicted? No, they're all going to get exonerated. They're all going to get pardoned. They're all going to get their sentences commuted or whatever the fuck. They're going to be cleared because they did nothing wrong. Trump, and we say bye-bye. The next race that Lund is going to is Snowbirds. I think so. Because that's the one that has good grip. And I think Junior just wants to go and see where he lies. And maybe they're not going to be happy because we're going to be kind of messing up the ladder. But, you know, if there's 14 cars, and then we're the 15th, you know, that they're like, fuck. So we're probably just going to use the that weekend to test because the prep is going to be pretty good. Jerome at that Fed is gonna have shifty eyes. Where would you get entertained and information like this? Not many places. Look up Ass and Titties song. That'd be great for the soundboard. Watch it be absolutely awful. David Naughton, I'm gonna look up Ass and Titties. Watch this be the worst sound clip you've ever heard ever. Ass and Titties song, because I would never. It just sounds stupid. Ass and Titties.
Ass, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties.
Let's keep the comedy. Let me write the show. Please let me write the show. You understand why no one else can do what I do? Because y'all think ass and titties should be on the soundboard. You think ass and titties should be on the soundboard. And I put shit like this on the soundboard.
Your username on TikTok was 4 doors more whores?
Yes.
What a legend, this motherfucker.
Your username on TikTok was 4 doors more whores?
Yes.
He goes, yeah, you know how when you step into the mic to answer a question, you go, yes.
Your username on TikTok was 4 doors more whores?
Yes.
This kid is, yes, like absolutely. He's so happy about it, right? In a courtroom, this dude said
Your username on TikTok was 4 doors more whores?
Yes.
This motherfucker said, yes, it was affirmative. Shit, you'd love that. You gotta love that. Well, Alex, you should play ass and titties. You know what'd be real cool on your soundboard?
Ass and titties. Ass, titties, ass and titties.
Bro, shut up. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Oh, shit. Man, didn't hesitate. You're goddamn right it is. It's like a reaction time. By the end of the sentence of the question that the lawyer asked, your username on TikTok was 4 door more whores. There's not even a half second.
Your username on TikTok was 4 doors more whores?
Yes.
You gotta love that kid. He was 17 when he was saying that shit. Does anyone know about the clicking noise for F-150s when they are parked? The truck has been sitting for 6 hours, so it was already cold. By the way, probably the phasers. There's a little sound that happens in the engine bay when the phasers start to act up, and usually you got to replace them. Minibat Madman, he's finishing his car because Alex don't want smoke. Don't know what he's talking about. The sound clip was 5 minutes before Cuck attorney took aim at the jury. Right. You know, the attorney's like, so look at this gun. Oh, it was cleared. It doesn't matter that it was cleared. JD Bruce, are you gonna make your username 4 doors more whores since you have the Escalade? No, that Escalade is just a nice commuter. You think that when you get men think that when you're fit, not that I'm fit, but I'm saying when you get super fit, you have badass cars and maybe a nice Escalade, you get all the bitches. No. The dudes are like, bro, badass. You get dudes. Oh, I love what you got going on. I'm like, fuck. What do I have to do to get chicks? It's crazy. But I'm good on that front. I'm good. Met someone nice recently. Bro, super legit. The way he says, yes. Senior didn't hesitate to hit the plaque lifestyle with the hard F. Dude, when he said that, I looked at him like, I'm trying to protect you, but thank you. Like, I'm doing my best to protect them in that capacity. But he went in. He's old school. Senior's the kind of guy that'll pick his nuts in front of your face. Like, he'll make eye contact with you and pick his nuts. He don't give a fuck. You ever see those guys that just don't give a shit and they're in the middle of a conversation and they just go and they just blow their nose on the ground and there's a loogie looking snot on the ground and they just like wipe out, like they just keep talking. Senior's that type of guy. He'd be talking, he's like, yeah, the wiring on and he goes thumb in right into his sack in front of your face and makes eye contact with you and goes, the wiring on the car, I think, is suspect because the number 1 coil is acting up. And I'm like, he is just digging into his nuts right in front of you. He does not care. I'm like, boy, that care level is going to be something I look forward to. The 0 care level. EPA employee is going to be like Mustang Lifestyles when Junior came out of the trailer after January 20. The way he says, yes. Yeah, I hear that shit on my F-150, 145,000 miles. This is the plastic vents adjust that adjust look in the grill. He breathed and exhaled. Yes, he doesn't want leaking on the leather. Beach delivery truck. That shit was hilarious. Senior stays on the front line. He wants the smoke. Stood on business. Exactly why I bought my Mustang in 2020. Ended up finding out all that is old dudes telling me that life story about gas station. I used to have one of those. That thing will pop a wheelie and clear a Coke can every time. What tires are in the back? Radial TAs. John just appreciate it, too. Senior straight standing on business. Didn't he also talk smack about his scooter? Senior said so much while saying so little at the same time. What L do you use for your Gen 1? Sway Rodriguez, whatever the cap says. So if the cap's on an NA car, if it's 520, the cap says 520, I give it 520 Ford Motorcraft shit. If I supercharge it, 550 Ford Motorcraft shit. My 22 has only 3,400 miles and it makes all kinds of noises. Army officer activities. Yeah, Senior has seen shit. So you think he's scared about some other? He was a medevac helicopter pilot in the Army. Okay? Bro. And then he flew a billionaire around privately for many years. And he probably seen some shit, My 22, we get that. Do Gen 3s self-compensate for different tire heights? Reading some conflicting things, going 26, 17. Yeah, so the mile per hour is dictated by the body control module and the ABS module, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if you put on a really small diameter front tire versus a really tall rear diameter tire, yes, you're going to have potentially, conflicting information on the body control module ABS module side. What I would do is this. Try to make the tire diameter you're choosing as close to stock as possible. So the 235, 50, 18, you can probably get away with a 305, 30, 20 and have similar tire revs per mile, I think, depending on the wheel size. What tires do you recommend for a 13 GT for daily driving? Guys, constant leaf. And I don't want to answer this like an asshole. Everyone in the chat, do me a favor. Tell Constant Leaf, what tires do you recommend for a 13 GT for daily driving? Go. I'll let the chat answer this one. Go. Tell him. Tell him what tires should be on his car. What in the hell did he just send me? Strange Engineering live axle assembly. Get the fuck out of here. That's like an $8,000 setup. Okay, here comes the recommendations. Generals, Nokians, the one-piece tire, the Ling Long tire, the stock one. Take the tires off, right on the rim, be a man. The stock ones, any, stock, Ling Longs, rears only, stock, Gatorbacks, Mucho Macho, all seasons, donuts, Ling Longs, any, all season, 28 Mickey Floppers, CompTAs, OEM tires. You see what I mean? Lionhearts, the Tire Rack knows, BFG KO3s, Michelin spots. So this is why I don't recommend tires. If your car is stock and you want to drive every day on the car, you leave whatever stock tire was in the bitch, a Pirelli P0, whatever came in its stock, duplicate, Blizzex, rubber tires, Pirelli All Seasons, Walmart 500s, Toyo, any retread, Boondockers, Nittos, 5W30. So you understand that question is something I tend to not answer. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. A fun chat today. Had a bunch of fun. Optimistic about what's to come. Hopefully they let Trump in without any civil wars happening. Luckily, we got all the shit back and we got a nice long letter of a sorry for inconveniencing you for a bunch of years. And this year coming up might be looking really good for the performance and racing industry. Optimistic. Trying to get into a house. I keep saying that every year, but we had Biden in there for a little while. We were about to have a girl that got her way into politics by sucking dick literally everywhere left and right. So now we're going to have a guy that's a billionaire that's run a business and actually understands what it's like to cost cut and to grow economies. So hopefully the economy, the optimism, and the performance and racing industry does well. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Talking Shit Tuesday. I'm going to go to the gym. Work on the Corvette, maybe video the removal of the engine, the install of the engine, It'll take me a little while to get it in the Corvette and lined up. So it's going to be a lot of mill riding happening in the next couple of hours after the gym. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your Sunday. See you guys on Tuesday. Bye.